Beyond Saltmarsh is a game played by adults and recorded for an adult audience. Sometimes we use adult language, explore adult topics. Consider yourself warned. Hello everybody, it's us, finally, the Superior Adventurers Guild. We are here, and we are, well, most of us are here. We're waiting for Chad, but we're going to get started because we are excited to play some D&D, and we've got a pretty fun session lined up to for you and for us and for everybody who's involved this evening. So thank you all for being here. Very excited to get into this. I want to introduce you to some of my friends that we'll be playing with tonight. And here they are. Wow, here they are. Hey guys, how's it going? Hello? Are your mics on? Hello?
I was muted. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, wow.
What's up?
We've done this before, I swear. We're streamed before, right? Didn't we do this last week?
Mm-hmm.
I think we did this last week. Hey, so we're here. We've got a bunch of announcements that we're going to go through really quick, but first I want everybody to introduce themselves and their characters. Let's go ahead and start with Andy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Andy.
True.
Tonight, I'll be playing Rhunar Deg, a 9th level human dual sword wielding Battlemaster fighter and captain of the Good Buddy. And looking forward to looting this cave.
Underwater looting.
I'm trying to find some treasure.
We'll see. The clock's ticking. Let's quickly move to Ashley.
Hey everybody, I'm Ashley. I am Minnesota Muse 99 on Twitter, and I am playing for you tonight Feyre Evenstar, the 9th level half-elf glamour bard, and sometimes giant shark with razor-sharp teeth.
And sometimes a cute little octopus.
That's right. I was enjoying the octopus last time. And yeah, I'm excited to get back into it. And yes, the looting, I hope the time limit gets stretched just a little bit more.
We'll see what happens. We got to get over to Kirk first. Hi, Kirk.
Hello, I'm Kirk. I'm playing Byron Hern, the rogue of the group. I am also known as Kai Whimsy on Twitch chat. I am also really stoked to get the hell out of this dark, wet cave that sucks and is filled with nasty fish dudes and bad memories. Let me tell you.
Yeah, it is bad. Real bad. All right, Chad, you guys all know Chad. He's playing Tenoch Knucklebones. He'll be with us in just a little bit. We've got someone else very special who'll be joining us later, so we'll find out what happens there. Oh, here's Chad right now. That's great timing.
It's Chad, also known as
Real
CMG
how
on
this,
Twitter,
affects the...
also known as Tenoch Knucklebones.
I'll do a little bit of reordering here.
Hello, sorry about that.
Chad, go ahead and introduce yourself real quick and tell us who you're playing tonight.
Hey, it's me, Chad. Sometimes I'm called North Shore GM. Sometimes I'm called Real CMG. Sometimes I'm called Why Isn't My Internet Right? Today I'm playing Tenoch Knucklebones, everyone's favorite halfling divination wizard, coming at you. Knuckles first, spells second, right out of the jungle. Boom.
Wow.
Nice.
Nicely done, sir. Thanks for getting back. Glad you made it. And of course, you know me, I'm Dave. I produce games, run games, and playing games here with all these good people and a lot of other folks. Real quick, we've got a couple of quick announcements. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time because we're already kind of late, but these are important, folks. We have a sponsor that I want to make sure that we give a shout out to. CZ RPG has been with us for, months and months and months, since the early days. And we are super excited because we get to give away some really fun stuff. I'm bringing that up right now. We're giving away the Cloud Caves. Let's see, that looks a little interesting. We're giving away tonight the Cloud Caves, which we actually did a play test of not too long ago. Ashley was involved in that. Really fun one-shot adventure. Probably could have been a 2-shot, but we're going to give that away. All you have to do to enter to win is type !drawing, and you will be entered to win. Big shout out to Christian and his crew for providing us with that giveaway. We really do appreciate that. There we go. A one-shot and location for the world's greatest role-playing game. Also want to give a shout out to the Old Goat Beard Company, who has come on as our sponsor, gosh, for a couple of months as well. Big shout out to Andy and his wife, who make this handcrafted beard products, everything from soaps to beard oils to balms and washes. Tonight we're going to be giving away a dropper of beard oil. So again, in order to win, just type !drawing to get in on that action. It is really good stuff. Most of us here on the stream use it, except for Kirk, because he can't grow a beard. Oh, and Ashley doesn't grow a beard either. So, but most of us can grow beards. We just can't grow hair on our heads. So there you go. That's the trade-off. So yes, thank you to the Old Goat Beard Company. Also want to give a quick shout out and a plug for the No Kids Hungry stream that we are involved with. This is a mega stream event that starts on the 13th. That's this Friday with our friend Phoenixy Wacky is going to be running some games. We're going to be running some games. Some other folks are be running games. We're going to be running these games to raise money for No Kid Hungry. There are far too many children in this country who do not have adequate nourishment and nutrition, and it's not right. So we're trying to do something about it. So thanks to the Games Tavern for inviting us to be a part of this awesome experience. Like I said, we've got, well, I didn't say it yet, but we have on our schedule 2 games that are coming up on the 14th. We'll be running a Viking Death Squad community one-shot. I've got a bunch of fun friends lined up for that. Folks that you've seen on other Viking Death Squad games and some new folks. So we're going to have a good time with that. And then on the 21st, I'll be running a game with some more great people, including Ashley and Tithalanos and Vamp Wickman and Rory. We're going to be playing Castle of Mirrors. So definitely tune into those. Those are both on Saturdays, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. CST. So please check that out. Kirk dropped a bunch of links in the chat for ways that you can go donate. Ashley, I don't know if you're prepped for this. I didn't ask you to do this, but can you describe a little bit about, just real quick, about how the pregame donations are set up?
Oh man. Yeah, so I'm not sure what you've chosen as the pregame donation goals. So what people can donate, but I do know that if you donate early before the game starts, that you can gift some of the players with different abilities and or chances, options. There's a bunch of fun stuff if you look at it. So, if you donate $50, if you donate $100, not only will you get to feel warm and fuzzy and write it off on your taxes, but you can, in fact, get something to happen in the actual game you're watching as well.
Magic items, levels.
That's right.
Cool things like that.
Yep. $5 mundane equipment item, $10 greater healing potion, blah, blah, blah. $20 animal companion. Kind of fun. An uncommon magic item. $40 rare magic items, and it goes on up from there. $500 you can grant a wish. That would be crazy. Whoa. All right. Well, that could happen because we know that this community is extremely generous. And so who the heck knows? But we're going to dive into a bit of a recap here because we want to get after it. Please consider donating or helping spread the word for our No Kid Hungry efforts. And thanks again to the Games Tavern for bringing us in on this awesome effort. We did the Operation Supply Drop last October, and a couple of folks on the stream played in that as well. That was super fun. So let's get into a quick recap so that we can dive into tonight's game. Let me bring that up here. All right, so in our last episode, the Deg Gang willingly plunged into the abyss, having uncovered the cultist plot that had taken over Nerisban with a strange psychic maelstrom, a decades-long conspiracy that had sapped the hope from the people of the Froth specifically and had been feeding on their despair and dread. You seeking to free your contact in connection to your search for the lost city of Tomoa-chan, which is kind of harkens back to like your main quest line. This contact named Captain Vincent Solana had been captured under suspicion of murder, had been found guilty of the Lantern Ghost slayings. But you set out to determine what the cause was for his insanity and his motivation for the murders that he committed in the Froth. And again, this froth was this dark district covered in slime and mold that you had spent way too much time in and had started to sap your sanity as well. Your investigation of this murder and the source of the insanity had brought you to the brink of madness yourselves. Memories lost, friendships strained, sanity challenged. You traced the murders to one Mr. Dory, who you confronted and defeated. You uncovered the Whisperer's cult and discovered clues and information that led you to Landgrave's Folly, a sunken ruin on a small island in the harbor. Your investigation led you into a dark, flooded temple hidden below Landgrave's Folly, where the cult of the Whisperer communed with their master, a powerful creature hidden in the depths of a roiling cauldron of mud and debris, slime and decay, all that really nasty stuff. And within the abyss, my friends, you went deeper. You met the Whisperer, who welcomed your presence at first. Unseen creature bid you approach through the murky waters, attempting to infect your minds. Yet you resisted. You were attacked by the Whisperer's minions, strange fish-like creatures, part human and part something else entirely. What they were, I don't know, but they surged towards you in waves, blocking your advance into the cavern. Byron succumbed to the Whisperer's psychic decay, reliving an intense moment of loss and sorrow while the rest of the party fought off the minions. Rhunar managed to withstand a corrupting Whisper himself and continued to hack through the minions while the party tried to find Byron in the darkness. Calling out to him and providing him with words of inspiration, you were able to shake Byron from his trance and pull him back from the edge of insanity. Yet more fish-like monsters appeared from the darkness to attack, and the psychic blast of rage that was shattering through the waters and trying to shatter your minds in the process. The situation was looking bleak, and the Whisperer bid that you succumb to its will, to accept its dark gift. But again, you resisted. You called out to it in the darkness, threatening it, and it appeared, a huge eel-like tentacled creature, glowing in sort of an ethereal, iridescent form, streaks of blue and purple along its long, eel-like body. Difficult to see in the dim light of the murky lair, of course. Remember, this place was just sort of like a thick mud boiling up from below you. It lashed out with its tentacles, psychic rage, trying to force you into submission, to accept its whispers. But again, you persevered, emboldened, maybe perhaps by the cause that you fought, your survival instinct. Perhaps it was the influence of some patrons from beyond, i.e. the chat. Thank you very much. Harnessing the power of Mother Tiger, Tenoch sprang forward, casting his Steelwind strike, and buried his dagger into the quite surprised creature, Sagothka, a word and a name that you'd heard in your journey into this dark abyss. The Whisperer then going silent, fading into the ethereal plane as it disappeared from view. And that, my friends, is where we find ourselves. The combat with the Whisperer, Sagothka, having just finished. The fish-like creatures retreating from your combat range, disappearing. Perhaps you take swings at some of them, perhaps not, but they disappear into the depths below you. Meanwhile, these cauldron-like vents in this cavern are bubbling up. There is energy and pressure coming up from below you, a warming of the water. From above you, not that kind of warming. From above you, there is debris starting to fall from the ceiling of this chamber. Mud, chunks of earth falling in, rocks. You start to see vegetation. The water grows extremely murky at this point, having maybe 5, sometimes 10 feet of vision, even when you've got some of these additional light sources that you carry with you. You get the sense as this is happening that this chamber is beginning to come apart. You can see above that there is more ready to fall down upon you, yet there could be some interesting things perhaps in the darkness, in the abyss. I would like Ashley to please roll me a d20.
Ooh.
Rolling bones.
Okay.
An 8.
8. All right. So with this happening, you see again vegetation now starting to fall down through, as if possibly the surface above you is starting to cave in, maybe opening up fissures and cracks. It's hard to see. Below you is just hot boiling mud. What would you like to do?
I would like to make a quick look, because I know that I saw that orb come down here from, fall into this chamber, or at least that's where I'm guessing the orb went, when we were at the top of the water, and I would like to see if I could see something like that, or just look for anything shiny yellow ball-like, perhaps.
Okay. All right.
Wilson.
So it sounds like you're probably going to use perception. You don't need to roll it yet,
Sure.
but so you're going to use perception. Now, I'm just going to throw this out there for folks. You don't necessarily have to use an investigation or perception. If you're going to do something or look for something or whatever it might be, think of this as like almost like a skill challenge. Tell me what you're using, what skill that you have that you're going to use, or maybe an ability that you have that you want to use to accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish right now. So let's go to Chad next.
This creature's body is still here, right?
No, it faded into the ethereal.
Oh, right. Damn it. Wanted to fucking cut it up.
Did you want me to
Yeah.
roll a perception, or are you coming back?
Yeah,
to
I
me?
guess I
I'll
would.
come back.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead and roll it, but just we'll come back for the result.
Come back to me. That
All right.
I was,
Kirk.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what you'd like to do? What would Byron like to do?
All
Sorry.
right, Byron's kind of a strange place. He just had some strange visions. This thing died. He didn't really do much to help kill it. He's gonna swim in weird corkscrews, spinning upside down, turning all around, doing flips to try and look all around him.
I just imagine
him the whole time.
like a dolphin. You're just like a dolphin.
I'm dolphining it right now. I'm dolphining. I'm pushing like my dagger on my nose as I'm swimming really fast too.
Did you polymorph him?
Not yet.
You should.
All right. So what skill are you going to use?
So I'm
acrobatics?
picturing, acrobatics. Like I'm spinning around in circles.
All right.
I'm getting a 360 degrees above me, below me, in front of me, behind me.
Okay. And
my
your
left,
your objective with this is to find something or to just look cool?
Is to, combination. I'm going to look cool and I'm also going to see a lot.
All right.
I'm assuming because my vision's so limited, anything that catches my eye I'm gonna hone in on it.
Sure. All right, roll an acrobatics check for me. Rhunar, how about you?
Oh man, Byron kind of stole my idea.
The dolphin
The
idea?
Dolphin?
I mean, not in those
You guys
exact
are on the
words,
same
but-
wavelength.
But acrobatics to, swim using the speed of my underwater helm
Sure.
of underwater breathing, whatever it's called.
Would that maybe be athletics? I think
What?
perhaps athletics. If it's you're trying to swim fast around the space.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can do like some cool cartwheels and stuff, but it might not be as effective
No.
as if you're covering more territory.
I'm going to be just trying to cover a lot of territory, looking for an exit, looking for loose change,
Loose change. Okay.
whatever
Yeah,
else I can find.
Roll an
Guys,
athletics
this was
check.
a
This
wishing
was a
well.
wishing well.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Tenoch, what about you?
I'm gonna use a detect magic
Okay.
to kind of try to search around and see if I can detect anything with latent magical energies.
Sounds good. Roll a perception check with advantage as part of that spell.
All right.
All right. Ashley, what did you get for your perception roll?
Another 8.
Okay.
Second 8 of the night.
Tenoch?
13.
Okay. Byron? Dolphin Man?
I got an 18. I got an
Ooh, nice.
18.
Man.
Rhunar?
25.
Ooh, very nice. Everybody roll a dexterity saving throw for me as debris comes falling down on you, or towards you at least.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Nice rolls.
Did anybody roll less than 10?
Nobody rolled
Nobody
less
rolled
than
less
20.
than 20.
Okay.
26,
very
24, 21, 22.
So this first round of searching, you're unscathed as this debris starts falling down. Tenoch, you do catch a glimpse of a glow of latent psychic energy. It's very dim, and it's to the west of where you're at.
Okay.
And Rhunar, you look around, and it's very dark, but you see your friends nearby you as you've kind of all, and you see Byron doing this weird dolphin impersonation. But you also see as you look over that there is a bit of like a ridge of solid rock to the west. You don't see a glow of any kind because you're not using a magical ability, but you do see a rock ledge as you're swimming around.
Right. I'll head towards it.
Okay.
And I would maybe psychically communicate with Rhunar, because I know Rhunar has the ability to move and see very well. That there's something over this way. And I'll kind of motion in the direction I've detected and move that way as well.
Okay. So Feyre and Byron, you don't really detect any sort of things around you. It's very dark and dreary, but you do see your friends start to swim in a direction to the west.
I will stick with my friends since it's so easy to get lost in this pea soup.
As
Okay.
will I.
We just wanted to die down here, so somebody has to play out by themselves.
Byron, we're looking at you. All right, so you all start swimming. I need everybody to roll another dexterity save for me, as it's going to take you a couple of rounds to get to this rocky outcropping.
This time I'll actually hit the save button instead of just regular straight dexterity. My roll should have been higher last time.
Did anybody roll lower than a 12?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Roll 2d4 for me, please. And you'll take bludgeoning damage to that
Rhunar gets
effect.
crushed under 2d4 boulders.
5.
So you take 5 bludgeoning damage as this mass of earth comes floating down and bashes into your head. You didn't see it coming because you're swimming towards this rock outcrop underwater. As it hits you, you look at it and you can see that there's like a dead snag of a tree that just floats down and drops into the darkness below you. All right, it'll take you one more round to get to that. So everybody roll me one more dexterity save. Let me know if you get low. If you get lower than a 14, so 13 or less. All right. If you did, so Tenoch, go ahead and roll 2d4 for me and take that bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Dave, do you still have like our tokens on that map by any chance?
Yeah, but we're not using the map really.
Would you just tell me what my hit points were?
Oh yeah, actually,
I think it was 82,
That's a
but I
good
don't
point.
know.
You do kind of need that. I'll bring you over to the map.
You're at 83.
83.
I
Okay.
didn't think we needed it, but yeah, that's a good point. Give me a second. There you go. Disregard the horde of fish guys. They are not there.
Right.
And you guys are swimming to the west, so yeah, you can just use your tokens, but we're not really using the map. All right, so you get to this spot, Tenoch, where you see the glow is getting brighter as you approach. You take that hit, but you start to swim a little bit faster, although it is difficult terrain for you, so it's a little bit harder to get there. I guess for those of you that don't have a swimming speed, roll one more dexterity save for me. And it'll be a 14 as well. To meet or beat a 14.
15.
Nice.
Ooh, natural.
natural 20. Yeah, Tenoch, another big like tree and a giant wad of earth comes floating down, and you just sideswipe it as it falls and sinks right next to you. You make it to this outcrop, and you can see that there's a glow, inside, and as you poke, do you get deeper and look inside of it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Byron, you're pulling up the rear. Roll a survival check for me. You look inside, and you see two fairly sizable chests. You see a pile of other stuff. I do need you both, I'll say Rhunar and Tenoch, to roll a perception check as you peer inside.
Man, we got a bag of holding. Just shove the whole thing in sight unseen.
You got a lot of things in those bags of holding. They are not limitless.
Oh.
So I don't know how much you have in there, but
24.
a 20, 24,
24.
and a 10 for
10.
Tenoch. Okay. Between the two of you, averaging those two out, you see that there are two chests. Rhunar, I do need you to roll a roll a D12 for me.
Okay.
Tenoch, you look down, you see there are two large chests, as I mentioned. There
6.
is a 6, okay. Oh, very cool. All right, there are there's a scroll that's laying in this pile next to the chests. There is some sort of an animal's like antler or horn. There is a key laying in the pile. And there is a potion laying in the pile. But the things that really kind of draw your attention are these large chests. There's two of them.
How
You
large
point them out.
are
Do
we
you point them out to
talking?
your friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Farah, you and Byron can now see this. I'm just gonna say this: time is running out. This place is starting to fall apart. These chests are large. It would take some effort to get them out. So you would need to probably roll some athletics checks to do it. You could help each other if you wanted to get the chests out. You could open them and see what's inside of it. That will dwindle your time effort. So you've got essentially like 4 units of time remaining before this whole place starts to fall apart. Well, it's falling apart right now, but before you're crushed underneath it.
I'm gonna,
Well,
I'll grab the scroll and antler and key right away.
Okay.
Because if they're laying right there.
Yep, you can easily do that. And there's also a potion. Do you want to grab that as well?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll do that
so you
too.
grab
Do
that.
a little
and-
snatch and grab. Just
Well,
shove it
try
all
Try
in
the
the
key
bag.
on one of the chests.
I mean, I guess.
I'm going to grab, I don't know if there's time for that. I think we should just grab the
Yeah.
chests and go.
Rhunar, you look closer
Give
next to one
space.
of the chests because you rolled at the higher perception. There is a bow.
I'm going to grab that bow. And just throw it around my neck.
I can do that. Here's what I will do as well. I will cast enhance ability at as a 4th level spell.
Oh.
Wait, hang on. Cast spell, you can target one additional creature for each spell slot above 2. So yeah, I will cast enhance ability as a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, as a 4th level spell, and give oh yeah, that's not all of us bears or bulls strength, so we have advantage on strength checks, and our carrying capacity is doubled.
Ooh, yeah.
So
we can so our athletics checks are good for swimming if we have to make those too.
okay.
Nice. I'm gonna look at Feyre while we're here
Yeah.
too. I'm gonna be like, Feyre, turn me into squid.
And
Well,
now
you
we
can't
can
carry
just
anything
yank.
if you.
I can carry 8 things.
We can,
Let me quickly ask: Did Feyre or Byron look inside the cave yet? Did you roll a perception check to actually look in? Why don't you do that?
No.
Please do that real quick.
now everyone is yoked.
Yeah, people are
Just
yoked.
like
That took an action though to cast, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody
23.
roll a 23. Very nice. Everybody roll a dexterity save for me. They're getting a little bit harder as we get closer to the end here. A 23. You also see Feyre a suit of beautiful looking studded leather armor that's laying in this pile
Okay.
next to the chests.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages.
I
Smart.
Yeah, I'll grab that studded leather armor and throw it into my bag or whatever I got.
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna.
then you guys are go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna grab one of the chests, motion to the others to grab the other one, and start pulling it out of there and
Okay.
looking for the exit. Do we know where the exit is?
You know what? I would like to use my action to polymorph into an octopus.
Okay.
After
Did anybody roll lower than a 16 on their dex save? No? Okay.
No, 18.
Okay, good. All right, are you guys going to grab these two chests or one of the chests, or what are you going to try to do?
Once I'm an octopus, I'm gonna grab one of the chests.
Okay. What's
So it looks
what's an
like Feyre
octopus
and Rhunar
strength?
have one.
An octopus's strength is 17.
Okay.
Stronger than Rhunar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Stronger than Feyre.
and you're still affected by bear's
Yeah.
or
Correct.
bull's strength. So
And what does
Yeah.
that do?
Everybody
Gives
is,
you
right?
advantage.
on
it's
strength.
bull's strength is advantage on strength rolls, and carrying capacity is doubled.
Oh
How
shit.
many of
Okay.
us have that?
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And even though I'm dumb, I knew I wanted that before I polymorphed.
Okay,
how
so
many-
let me just clarify a few things. Rhunar grabbed the bow. Feyre, you had grabbed that studded leather armor.
Correct.
Tenoch grabbed the scroll, the antler, the key, and the potion. And now between the four of you, you're gonna lift these two chests and try to swim out.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to take one of the chests by myself as an
Okay.
octopus,
Sure.
and my swim speed is like 60.
Got it. Okay, so you're gonna swim with one chest. Who's gonna go for the second chest?
Oh,
You will
help.
help us.
I'll help
Maybe-
Rhunar.
yeah, we'll
Do it
go for
together?
it. Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Byron, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
No, I will swim behind them and offer support in any way that I mean, if I see like one of them slipping or anything like that, I'll give them a little pat on the butt or whatever they need.
Tentacle.
Tentacle
On the tush?
and help them up, help them along.
Does anybody trying to look and see where you should go?
I will. I've got great perception as an octopus.
Okay. So it's extremely dark, but roll a.
I have dark vision.
Well, it's also murky, so it's
Okay.
going to be tough. So it's going to be a disadvantage, but roll a perception check. You do have some advantages in the hopper if you want to use them. I think.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you do.
I-
You have 4 of them.
yeah, I would love to use an advantage on this.
Okay.
I think there's even a beautiful giant octopus sheet I can roll from in here. Hold on a second.
There should be.
Yeah. Okay, so perception check.
Yes, and so this will just be a straight roll.
Oh. Yeah, I rolled a 4 and then plus 2 is 6, but I used one of my advantages
To make it a
So-
straight roll.
to make it a straight
Oh.
roll.
Yep, because it was.
It is hella murky here.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so you roll. What was the total on your roll?
6.
Okay, is anybody else going to look, or are you just kind of following the
I will.
the
look.
octopus?
Octopus. with-
Somebody
I mean,
else should
it's-
try.
You should
I'm
try to
gonna
look.
help. I'm gonna try to help too.
Yeah, it's probably a good
Go on.
idea. You
Kind
got
of
to
in
figure out
the
where to
back.
go. This place is falling apart around you. I'm going to ask for a dex save here in a second, but why don't you roll perception checks for me first? They will be with disadvantage, unless you want to cancel it out with using one of your advantage points.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I got a natural one.
Oh, all right. What about
And a
Rhunar?
2. I got a 1 and a 2.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Perception, you said?
Yep, it'll be a disadvantage unless you want to use your advantage point to cancel it out and make it a straight roll.
Your
Your lives are in danger. Your lives
okay,
are
I'll
in
use
danger.
It. I'll use it. Normal
There's-
roll.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just for this reminder, advantages don't do you any good when you're dead. I'm just going to throw that out there.
15.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So Rhunar and Byron, what did you roll again? A 14? You look up and you can see now some light shining down and a little bit of clearer water as what looks to be like the ceiling, if you will, of this cavern is starting to cave in and sink past you. I need everybody to make a dexterity save while this is happening, but you do get the sense that
gonna
there's a
point
way
up to
out
it.
and it's up.
I'm going to
There's
point up
probably
to it
that-
and shout. Up
It's
there,
probably-
quick.
Probably that tree that pinged off Rhunnar's helmet.
That was an indication, yeah, that there's some of that surface land is falling in and that there might be a way out going up. Let me know.
17.
Okay, so the DC on this is an 18. So
Yeah.
I'm
Tenoch,
gonna
go ahead and roll
use,
2d4 for the bludgeoning.
Yeah, I got a 13. So is that 2d4 for me too?
Yep, so go ahead and roll 2d4 for yourself. Oh,
Rolled a
Yep.
4.
yep.
5.
Things are starting to really cave in on you at this point.
Is it 2d4 for me as well?
Yep. Anybody that fails, please roll 2d4 and you'll take that damage.
That's fine. I got lots to spare.
Now, luckily, Feyre, because you're an octopus, you are able to maintain your hold on the chest, no problem. But both Tenoch and Rhunar, you guys took damage. I'm going to need you to make a strength check to hold on to that second chest.
Remember, it's with advantage.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Because that's sweet, sweet spell.
Strength saving or just straight
Just
straight
a strength check. Straight
Okay.
strength check.
22.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yoked.
15.
Okay, yeah. Between the two of you, Rhunar, it kind of starts to slip out of your hand, but Tenoch kind of pulls it and carries a little bit of that extra weight for a moment, and you're able to get a better grip. As you start to make your way up, you know, pulling, well, for you guys, you're like kicking, really. You're not paddling with your arms, you're kicking with your feet. Byron kind of from behind, just pulling and swimming as fast as you possibly can. As you get to what appears to be almost the surface, you can see that there's a bit of light. And as you breach the surface of the water, we're going to transition for a moment over to someone that we haven't seen for quite some time. Theo, you and the crew are on the deck of the Good Buddy, and you have seen something unfathomable happen. There has been some sort of a natural disaster that has occurred in the harbor of Narisbin. People are crying out, calling in the darkness. Most of the boats that are in the harbor, the Denzak squadron, there's many of these ships that are in the harbor, as well as yours and others, have been mobilized with lanterns. They are all moving into this area, looking for survivors. There are people calling out, crying. You can see that there are people floating. You and the party are pulling people up from the water. Some of them not in good shape. Please roll, do two things for me. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing to address this issue on the deck, and then roll a perception check for me, please.
First of all, Theo is whip snap alternating between directing the crew for how to do things, because he has been the first officer most of the time here. So no, get them back, and then just sneaking back out over the bow with that hooded lantern, just kind of yelling out, "Rhunar dead! Where the fuck are you, Rhunar Deg?" And what did you need me to roll?
Perception check as you're looking for the crew. You're looking for possibly other people that might be in the harbor.
I have got an 18 perception.
Okay, roll a d12 for me. And as you do that, I would like everybody to take a quick peek at the map for me.
Yep.
I got a 10 on that there D12.
Oh.
You are the Good Buddy is right here.
Oh, okay.
The froth has essentially sunk into the harbor, gone, and that's why there are people and debris, and the people who lived in the froth are now in the water. It's like a natural disaster type situation.
It
What
was
did
a
you roll?
load-bearing boss you guys just murdered.
It really was. That's a great way to put it. So yes, you are. You're looking about. What did you roll? I'm sorry.
10 on the D12.
A 10 on the D12. So minutes pass. You're pulling people out of the water. The crew has been fully mobilized, as I mentioned. You pull 10 survivors out of the water. As you look about, Rhunar and others, as you surface, you can see this all happening, ships everywhere. The water is heavy and viscous with mud and silt, and people are crying out around you in the darkness, and you can see these lantern lights everywhere. I want all of you to also roll a perception check as you reach the surface and look around.
I'd like to get in on what Theo was rolling and roll some bearception check. Where is the bear?
I see only
2.
bears.
18 is an octopus.
18 as a Rhunar.
23 as a slippery rogue.
All right. So Byron, as you guys are trying to maintain surface, Rhunar and Tenoch have this chest. Feyre is an octopus. You hear calling out from the distance, "Rhunar, Deg! Rhunar!" It's dark, by the way. It's nighttime, so it's really dark except for the lantern light and people calling out, crying. Some torches maybe on the shoreline.
I will try to swim towards the voice and hope that my friends swim by, like, after me.
Yeah, does
kind
it
of like
seem like it's real
the
far
chest,
away?
like on
Everything-
like, towards the top, and my tentacles all wrapped around it.
You're kind of like on your back, doing like
Yeah,
backstroke?
because I breathe underwater, so it basically
cool.
like this chest is kind of like floating.
I like it. Okay, so you start swimming towards the calling of the voice. It does seem like it's distant, but you're not sure if that is a reasonably a distance or if it's just because there's so many people calling out and it's sort of like echoing through the night. But you do hear it.
Would part of my perception check be looking around for the good buddy, or would that be a separate one?
At this point, you've only just heard it, but you could look
Okay.
around if you want. What did you roll?
18.
Yeah, we'll say that you know the direction, but you don't see the good buddy. It's too
Okay.
dark, but you know the direction. You can pinpoint from where that voice was coming from.
Okay, we'll start moving towards the voice that's calling.
Okay, so you guys all paddle, and eventually Theo on deck as you're helping people onto the deck of the Good Buddy. There's sort of like a triage situation going on, as you know. People are getting medical aid. Your crew, you look at Fritz over at Fritz, and he's kind of directing traffic as you're at the bow of the ship looking, and all of a sudden you see this backstroking octopus with a chest, a treasure chest floating on its stomach, and behind that you see Rhunar, Deg, dog paddling his way, or probably just kicking, holding a chest. I don't know how you do it. You have a swimming speed, but it's pretty impressive. You and Tenoch are
Captain.
carrying a chest.
Where'd you get the familiar?
Just help us up.
One
Help us
tentacle
up.
like just goes straight up.
Oh,
That's fair.
hello, Feyre. Okay. And just rope over the side.
Awesome. Yeah, you're able to over the next minute or so to get your crew back aboard the Good Buddy. There is certainly a emergency response going on here that you can participate in or not, depending on what you want to do. But the the 4 of you are now on the deck. Octopus, Feyre, Byron, Rhunar, and Tenoch, along with the 2 chests and any of the other additional loot that you grabbed. The bow and the armor.
Captain, with all due respect,
I'm just
what
gonna-
the fuck just happened?
My lungs just spontaneously empty out all the water. I don't know how underwater breathing works, but I assume you completely
You
I don't
get
know.
kills.
you get
Feyre's
gills.
still an octopus, and she just like kind of like folds her tentacles over. Just
We killed-
stares
Feyre,
at Theo.
you don't
We killed
speak
the
English
Whisperer.
you don't speak common as an octopus, do you?
Theo.
No. Tenoch, what the fuck just happened?
We killed the Whisperer.
That sounds absolutely horrifying and suitably terrible.
It was real bad.
What's going on up here?
Well, this part of town sunk.
Oh,
And I am going to say we should never intimate the fact that the two things that just happened might be related, because I have a bad feeling they are. And if they are, do not tell me. I do not want to know. It is better that I don't. Octopus Feyre, stop nodding your head. That still counts as a confirmation. Byron, are you okay?
It's funny that you
boys
asked
are
that
fucked up.
question.
And as Theo is saying this, you might notice he's wearing like full half plate armor that has been scorched to fuck. His face is like half covered in blood. So he looks like he just came out of something too, and it's just like, you guys all look like shit.
So
you.
funny that you would say that, Michael. Theo, please roll a medicine check.
I don't know what a medicine is.
And then you pass
You'll
out.
figure it out. You're basically looking over. You've asked them, "Are you okay?"
I got a
You're
9.
saying how they look like shit. You look at Byron, who usually, I'm not making any judgments here, but doesn't look great usually. He appears to look, I would say, better than the others. And you're not sure what it is, but they look, Rhunar, Tenoch, and Feyre, they look almost like they're covered in slime. Like their skin is like strangely translucent.
Theo just kind of reaches over and taps Runar's forehead and just finger. This is new. Is this supposed to be happening?
Do I
Okay,
feel-
we need a
Here
fucking
too.
priest when this is all said and done. That's wonderful. Feyre, are all octopus that slimy? I keep
And she
asking
just
you.
reaches out and she just slaps you with a tentacle.
Just a big
I know. Never
slimy
comment
slap.
on a
Take-
woman's
take 3d8.
on a woman's sliminess. I apologize. My manners have been some lacking on account of this part of the town collapsed.
I'm gonna.
So
Sucked anyways.
All right, I'll turn back into Feyre and
nope, you're
and
still
take-
slimy.
take a deep breath because I've been holding my breath since I got out of the water. Because octopuses apparently can hold their breath for an hour.
Real
Byron,
long
you
time.
notice now as well, after Theo points this out, that your companions look sickly.
Do we look sickly to ourselves?
Yes, each other. As you look at each other,
Oh.
you can see this. Your skin is translucent. You can like see the blue veins below the skin, and you're like almost like you're dripping slime, perspiring slime maybe, but it's covering your whole skin.
I saw
Yeah,
this
you
part
look
of the second
awful.
X-Men movie. Not good.
Wait, I think I didn't touch the chests. I think it's the only thing we all did together that is different.
So let me ask you a question. What the fuck was the Whisperer?
Oh, just this big bad douchebag.
Like a-
While he's
Move
doing
around
that,
in the
I'm
ocean.
going to cast Cure
a
Wounds
fish.
on Deg at 2nd level.
Okay.
It's like a fish, a big fish guy.
A
Yeah.
big fish guy.
He like took over the minds of a bunch of dudes and people of the town, and like
evil cult.
they did evil stuff and sacrificed people and went crazy and
15.
had murder sprees.
Well, that gets
Let's,
me back to
uh,
full health.
Does he
We
look
should-
any better after that?
No, his skin is there's something that's afflicting the three of you.
We're probably going to need a priest, boys and girls.
Or we
Roll-
burn the chests.
Roll a history check. Rhunar, Feyre, and Tenoch. Roll a history check. A lot has happened in the last bit, but you may remember something. Especially given
I
that
re-
this is
I
your
remember something.
this has to do with your
Natural
health.
20.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. 15.
that's some really good
21.
rolls.
Very nice. You recall, Feyre and also Tenoch, that you were hit by you took damage during the fight with the Whisperer, and as players, if you recall, you had to make a saving throw that you failed, and I didn't mention what
yes.
it was, but
I
you
failed my
remember that
wisdom
moment. You remember that moment now as you think about it, and your body was infected with something at that moment that is
Are
now
we going
causing
to-
your skin to change and your physiology to change.
Dig, are we going to turn into fish people?
I don't know. I think we were infected with something, Theo.
Do they lay their
yes.
eggs in our insides?
Gotta use that spell that you used before.
Tenoch or Rhunar, real quick.
Yeah.
You even though Farah cast heal wounds on you, you don't regain hit points.
Ooh. Okay.
It's
We
also
need-
been, how long do you think it's been roughly since you guys have gotten on the deck of the Good Buddy at this point?
Since the chamber,
Since being pulled in off of the water to get onto the
Oh.
deck of the Good Buddy.
I don't know,
Couple of
maybe
minutes?
like, yeah, 5
5
minutes,
minutes?
or so.
Okay.
5-10 minutes.
So 10 minutes it's been, I heard you say. Please roll 1d12 each of you as you take acid damage.
Of course, I'm rolling well. No, that was somebody else.
That was me.
No.
Is anybody trained in Arcana?
Hi.
Yeah. One
Oh,
of
yeah.
us is.
Roll an Arcana check if you are.
I am as well. I think nope, not this character.
11.
Yeah, it's not a high DC. Both Tenoch and Theo, you
26.
Yeah. You guys both know that the three of you have been cursed.
Mhm.
Oh,
Just to make my life
Yes.
easier, would Theo know the general genus of what was just described to him? What type of monster that was?
It'll be a high DC, but if you want to roll
I rolled a 26. Would that get me?
That's a pretty high roll. I guess so. Yeah, you would get the sense based on the description that it could be some sort of an aboleth.
And Theo just goes, "Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need a priest. We're gonna need a priest.
Do we
Is there a
need
temple
priests?
in this town?"
Farah, didn't you have a spell that fixed things?
I did until I turned into an octopus, but we didn't have the spell components for that anyway because diamond dust was too expensive.
Well,
Oh,
I think
fair
now
enough.
is a very good time to. What's in the chests?
We haven't got that far
Take
yet.
all the gold you need. I don't care. We have a bunch of gold from before that. Even. How
I mean,
much?
I could
There's a
start
bunch of people
identifying
still drowning.
things.
We should.
Farah,
We should.
How much do we need?
How much do we? Oh, 100 gold coins worth of diamond dust to
For
cast it,
one
but
person?
I only
which
get
is-
one per day, and I've already used that spell. Or the
Well,
slot for it.
If books I read many years ago are accurate, I think you'll be okay for a couple of days as long as we keep you moist.
Wet. Spritz. A light spritz in.
Say
Oh.
moist.
Yeah.
Well, we could try to find Tarn. Maybe he would know someone who could help us.
Who's a Tarn?
He's the Red Crows. The Red Crows are in town.
The Red Crows are here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
long story.
Yes.
Maybe they have a cleric or somebody. I don't know. We don't remember seeing a temple in town, do we?
No.
We certainly didn't visit one.
And any temple is certainly going to be very busy right now.
Pretty obvious too,
As
probably.
Theo just kind of waves at the 10 people they fished out of the water.
As you look around, you see the crew of the Good Buddy is still pulling people out of the water, attending to injured people. There are some unfortunate folks that have passed from various traumatic injuries, but they've been pulled up onto the deck. They've thrown a tarp over some of those bodies to sort of hide them from the others who are, understandably freaking out by what's happening here. This whole part of the town has just disappeared.
Right. Let's get these chests stowed and get to work.
I will ask the survivors if they know of any temples or people that are good at healing. in
You
town.
approach them and ask. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
they are in shock, and it's really hard to sort of snap them out of it. Roll a persuasion check for me just to kind of see how this goes.
I will
Snap out of
sweeten the deal by healing one of them with a cure wounds.
That's nice. Yeah, that helps. You don't have to roll persuasion.
Okay.
As you cure this woman's wounds, she has a big gash across her arm that was bleeding through the bandaging that had been put on by the crew. And you heal her, and you watch as it just fades away, and the bandage you peel back, and the wound is gone. And then what do you ask her? You ask her,
do you know if there's someone who can heal curses? Maybe a priest or something that is in town?
priests now, but Leonardo at the curiosity shop, perhaps, or Nim. Nim is a powerful wizard. Perhaps Nim could help you.
Okay, thank you. We will hopefully find them tomorrow, and then I will go and try to assist dragging people out of the water.
Okay. What do you guys? What kind of precautions are you going to take? Because I need everybody to roll a d12 right now, as you are still feeling the effects of whatever this is. Unfortunately, the way this thing is, this works is that the longer that you stay out of water, the more damage you take.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna, I would like to open those
God, that's
chests,
nasty.
empty them out, and fill them full of water, and then like we can take turns sitting in basically a little bathtub of water.
You know we have a couple of tubs on the ship,
Yeah,
right?
we have
Yeah.
water
Do you?
barrels. Yeah, we
All right.
don't.
Well, then I'll use
yeah.
regular. I mean, I don't want to not the drinking water ones.
Well, we can refill them.
But you
Yeah,
did
so-
open.
or
You
we
did
can-
open the chests. Is that right?
Yeah.
Because they're
No.
mimics.
We gotta
Ah!
I'm just
Lightning
kidding.
bolt.
They're not mimics. I was joking.
let's
I
stow
mean,
the
if-
damn
if they-
chests.
well, okay.
Let's
Yeah. I mean,
Bring them to
I-
my quarters then, or something.
Okay.
Yeah, get them off the deck.
Sure.
We got all these people out here.
Sorry.
Let's secure this stuff and take care of ourselves.
I'll pour
Yeah.
pour some water from my water skin on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
I see
take a
Tenoch
bucket
rolled a
and dump it
d12.
over my
I
head.
need Rhunar and Feyre also to roll. So, but after you do this, now you pour water over your head, and
I'm
it
rolling
gives
real
you.
bad.
That is really bad. Ooh,
Oh my
Rhunar
The
God,
other
rolled a
was
12.
11.
Too. Oh,
So Rhunar, you take 12 acid damage. Feyre 10. You are able to get the crew comes and helps get the chest stowed. You're able to get some basins filled with water that you can get into if you like. But you do. I mean, the three of you. It's a strong, piercing pain, and it's very often. So you get the sense that you need to be in or near the water, pretty much until you can get this thing figured out. I would based on what Theo knows of this creature, and he would tell you this. Like, this is not good, and it needs to be taken care of. Until then, stay in the water.
great.
Well, jump in
I-
the water.
Yeah. We'll I guess go back overboard and hold on to the nets on the side of the boat for the time being, and have barrels brought out onto the deck
Okay.
Mhm.
that we can fill up
Yeah.
with seawater.
I'll just hopefully have them fill a barrel with seawater, and I'll just sit in it.
Captain, if it's all the same with you, as long as you're going to be in your bucket, do you want me to take command?
Do that. Yes. Just
Okay.
help.
What
help-
about
what is it, Byron?
Poor Byron. Always a bridesmaid, but never a bride. Oh,
I've been first mate this whole time. Don't even get started with me, sir.
I
Shit,
feel like,
right.
where were you when we fought the Whisper, Theo?
We'll get to that, Byron. Let's
Do,
just
do you really
figure
want to
this
know?
out.
No, probably not.
There you go.
You look like hell too. Everyone looks like hell.
We've all had a bad couple of months. It's okay.
It's been a
So
week.
it's been a week.
it's been a week.
Yeah, it's been like
Only
5 or
been a-
6 days.
I've been gone for a week.
Like a whole
Um,
week.
Huh.
maybe we should send somebody
Huh.
to shore
Okay.
to try to find Leonardo.
Oh wow.
I have an idea.
Sorry, you
I have a
guys.
crazy
The weather
idea.
outside is absolutely insane where
Yeah.
I am.
Getting
Like-
lightning.
No, like winds ridiculous and
Oh, really?
like monsooning, and I got a weather alert just so if my
Uh-oh.
power goes out,
See ya.
yeah, I'll like go down to the basement.
Don't
Okay.
drown.
Well, be safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes.
While you're on the ropes, by the way, you're able to grab a few people and help them to the ropes. So
Yeah.
you're being useful and helping out as well. You do look over once you're in the basins on the deck and you're soaking. You look about and you see your crew doing an amazing job of helping these people. You also see one of them bringing your cook, Emile Alphonse, is bringing out
yeah.
food to. He's got some gruel that he's bringing out to some of these cold people.
I guess it's
What happens when we see the people that we forgot about?
Well, now that you
remember them.
ask, so seeing Theo was like a shock. You didn't really think about it at first because of the weird scenario of being in an emergency situation and adrenaline and all this shit happening. But now that you have a moment to think about it, it's like, oh yeah, that motherfucker. Like now you remember. You're like, and now you're confused. Like, what
Yeah.
the hell? You look over in the same sort of recollection with Emile Alphonse. It's like, wait a second. We didn't have a
have we
cook.
been on a bender?
I hope we didn't hire 2 cooks.
Did-
I hope they didn't find another one.
Theo, you left in the middle of the night, and you didn't even leave a note.
It's complicated, and again, when we are not in the middle of an emergency situation, we can have those conversations.
Like ducked down in my barrel.
Staring daggers at Theo out of my barrel right now.
I'm sorry, sometimes you get called through space and time to help with a campaign against the summoning of a demon lord from the abyss, and it takes a little bit. We all have that happen. Let's just move on. Thank
We
you.
do?
Strange shit. Strange
Mr.
shit
Fritz,
happened.
bring us about.
Oh, that doesn't happen. Never
I
had
have a
that happen.
question.
Yes.
Can we breathe underwater? Oh, wait, I have-
Yeah, you
Well,
had the water
I have my
breathing.
helmet.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was just, does the curse let us breathe underwater? Does the curse give us a swim speed?
Well, you don't know. You don't know. You could go
Not
for a swim
now.
and see. I mean, you didn't. So I would say this: you didn't get the sense that you were a faster swimmer when you were swimming out with the chest.
Damn it. Okay.
Yep.
It's
It's
not
mostly
a
just.
helpful
It's
curse.
mostly just bad stuff. It's really not
Shitty.
good. Yeah.
It's
There's
just
no
shitty.
upside. There's no upside to this one.
All splish, no splash.
Are you gonna
No,
send? Did I
sorry.
heard somebody say that you're gonna send
Yeah,
somebody? Maybe.
I would like to send Fritz or one of the crew members on a dinghy to try to find Leonardo.
What are you instructing them to do with when they do find him?
Captain, maybe me and Byron should do that once we're clear of this smoke.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. You guys know more about it.
That's
Can't even do ascending. I have no spells.
We're
well.
cursed.
Can you
We need
take a
help with
Can you take a
curses.
nap in your tub?
An 8-hour one, yes.
That's more of a sleep, but yes, that'll work. Again, you look like you all have had a rough day. Don't worry. I believe Byron has all of his spells. Byron, you have all of your spells, yes?
I
So
will cast sending.
Byron has spells?
Oh, good. Tenoch, cast
wait,
sending.
yeah.
no,
he
he
does, he
doesn't have
does.
any spells. That was the joke, Captain.
Oh, that's right. He has a couple. Or one. Yeah, he has 2.
Theo doesn't know that. That's why he made the joke.
Oh.
I will cast sending.
You know,
I
no.
have
Sending.
I have met Leonardo
Yes.
on numerous
Ah.
occasions. I will send Leonardo a message. Hello, it's Tenoch. Knucklebones. I need all of the remove curse things that you have. We have a curse. Please help. You can reply to this message.
You can reply to this.
Oh, well, that's
That's
perfect.
good enough. Yeah.
Yes, I got your message, Tenoch, and I do have some gold dust, and I also can, I do have the ability to remove curse too. So, I can help you, but it will cost you some money. There's a lot going on right now. I'm on the beaches right now, trying to help people. I can meet you, outside the Black Anemone.
I'll use a second sending spell. Yeah, bring what you got. We got coin. Black Anemone. Black Anemone.
I feel you. Yes.
We're on the way.
Message received. I think you meant the Black Anemone, but I'll see you there. So your message is received. Theo and Byron are going to go take care of this with the dinghy. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can fast forward a little bit through this. We don't have to play out the whole thing. But you are able to go find Leonardo, bring him back to the ship. He does have 200 gold pieces worth of gold dust, or excuse me, diamond dust.
Diamond dust.
Yep.
Ooh, it's only
Do
good
you
for
have
two
the
of us.
ability? Do you have the ability to
I-
cast?
I do, but not today, and only one at a time. So like
he
one
has
per
the
day.
ability to cast.
Yeah.
And he can cast, but it'll cost 100 gold pieces per casting.
Perfect.
And these are his last 2 spell slots that he's been basically casting spells to heal people and save people. So he's got 2 left, and he's going to spend them on you guys.
I thought we have 3.
You have gold. You have 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust in your possession as well.
Okay,
that'll
so
be-
two of the 3 of us get to be removed curse from, and then one of us gets to wait till tomorrow.
I guess so. He only has 2 spell slots left. Unless
guys
you can,
take it.
unless you still have a slot, Ashley or Farah. No.
Don't. I waited until the very end, and then I was like, we're getting out of here. I'll turn into an
Okay.
octopus.
So 300 gold pieces. So mark that off from wherever that's
Oh.
coming from.
I'll pay for it.
Okay. So you guys can decide who are the 2 that are going to get cured, are going to get the remove curse, action.
Well, I think
about
I
you
should
guys
get
take it?
one of them, because even if the other one of you dies, I can resurrect you tomorrow.
That's a solid point. That's a really
Sure.
strong
You guys-
negotiation.
The captain.
Roll
the
a persuasion
captain insists
check
that they
with
take it.
advantage.
Oh God, you really want to know what that's
Yeah,
gonna be?
I do. I'm
Um,
curious to see what this would.
25 and 23.
Ooh, wow. What do you think about that, Captain?
Whether, okay, yeah, no, I definitely think Vera should be one of the people
Okay.
that gets removed, cursed removed.
Okay. So Leonardo goes through his casting procedure, and the rest of you kind of watch as he lays hands on Farah, and it consumes the spell components that he has laid out in front of him. But you watch as her skin turns from this pale gray almost to more of a pink flesh-colored tone, and as you sort of splash water in your face, Farah, and like cleanse your skin, the sticky, gooey slime washes off into the water that you're sitting in.
Oh, good. Prestidigitation.
Just an hour
I feel
of
so much better.
Who's going to take the other spell slots worth of remove curse,
Byron.
Byron?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll
So
I
Byron,
thought Byron
Three of us,
wasn't
right?
affected.
He's not cursed.
He's
Oh.
being ridiculous.
well, he doesn't have the
Tenoch
same
then.
curse as you, maybe.
Oh, yeah, he's got a much different curse.
He's got a couple
Nothing
different
so
ones.
simple.
He's got curses. His
Which one do
curses
you
have
want to
curses.
remove?
I guess I'll take it.
Vanity.
Yeah, Tenoch takes it.
I don't know if that's so much a curse
You know,
or
Byron,
a
if
feature.
you've got some personal problems, if you want to find me some diamond dust, if you've got a couple $100 or gold pieces worth of
Dollars?
diamond dust, I could keep casting on you for several days and just get it all cleaned up.
Or
I don't-
perhaps what he needs is therapy.
That's not
Yeah,
wrong.
you could do it that way.
I have
What an easy day.
$0
You
in
have so
all
many-
in all currencies.
I don't think dollars exist in this world, so
No,
it'd
I
be
mean,
hard to find them if you did.
Shockingly, Theo reaches into his bag, just pulls out a bunch of gold dollars. I don't know where I got these. I stopped somewhere. There were some golden arches. There was a talking mouse. It was fucking weird.
Gold all spends the same here.
I got gold. We got plenty of gold. Just
All right.
Just get more diamond dust or whatever we need.
All right, so I have 100 gold pieces of diamond dust for
Mhm.
tomorrow, where I could. So whoever doesn't get cast on needs to just stay wet for all night, and then I'll cast when I wake up.
We'll set the captain up here on deck where he can continue to command from his command
tub.
barrel.
And
I imagine this is what Sawajan ships are like.
with my helmet on, I can just go all the way under.
We'll
Just
install
chilling.
you a glass pane so you can watch from beneath your barrel.
Byron, go ahead and roll a d20 for me. You guys, as the night progresses, the crew continues to provide aid to those who are in the harbor, in distress, traumatic. You're able to pull a total of, how many? What is it?
14.
14. You're able to pull 14 survivors over the course of the rest of the night. The crew they all have at least one level of exhaustion. You guys work through the night. Any of you who contribute to that effort would also have a level of exhaustion as you work through the night.
Theo definitely does. He's 2 cure wounds. Okay, I got to take a break for an hour. Okay, more cure wounds. Break.
Okay.
I
yeah,
will
so you're
definitely play Song of Rest for
Nice.
people as they take shifts. So once they get done with a shift, I'll play Song of Rest and then help pull
I-
survivors out.
And you just make
I got-
sure, Farah, that you do realize that you'll have to get a long rest to get those spell slots. So at some point, you probably
Yes.
want to knock off and get that long rest. Go ahead, Tenoch.
And I got uncursed,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that I will help. I'll take a point of exhaustion.
Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break here in just a minute, but we'll kind of fast forward to the next morning. The incident that has occurred is still reverberating through the community. Obviously, it's the next morning. This happened in the middle of the night. There's still a rescue mission happening. The Iron Watch has been fully mobilized and is helping. There are emergency aid stations set up along the shoreline. You have enough time, Farah, in the morning, probably more like mid-morning for you because it's already in the middle of the night when you guys were rescued to
Okay.
cast your spell. So what we'll do is we'll pick up mid-morning the next day when we come back from our break. I do want to remind folks that we do have a couple of giveaways tonight. So I'm going to turn off the creepy town yelling and bells ringing to let you guys know that we're giving away a copy of the Cloud Caves, which is a really cool one-shot location, maybe a two-shot, maybe three-shot if you really take it to the limit. But we played this game. Let me see if I can find it here. There we go. We did a play test of this a couple weeks ago. It was really fun. We had a blast doing it. So we're going to give away a copy of this from CZRPG, our sponsors. They've been with us for a long time. 17-page PDF. Awesome lore to go with this location to really set it up. I ran the one shot and I really didn't feel like I had to do a lot of prep because there's so much good content in this document that I pretty much limited myself to like an hour and a half of prep, and it was doable. Bunch of encounters. As you know, tons of maps. These guys always have the best maps. So custom artwork, etc. This was a collaborative effort through CZRPG Publishing. We're going to give that away. And then also making sure that folks are aware that we're also giving away some Old Goat Beard Company beard oil. So this is handcrafted small batch beard oil out of Kentucky. These folks, Andy and his wife, make this themselves, and it's really awesome. A lot of us are using it. So exclamation mark drawing to get in on that action. We will be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you all for being here. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit briefly. We'll talk about our fundraising with No Kid Hungry that we're doing starting on Saturday. We'll talk briefly about that. We'll jump back into the adventure and we'll see what happens next in Nerisban. Thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate it. See you in 5.
See you soon.
Hey everybody, we're back. Real quick, want to make sure that everybody who's hanging out with us is aware of an awesome super stream fundraising event that the Superior Adventurers Guild is involved with heavily. Big shout out to the folks at Games Tavern, specifically Reed. I'm looking at you, buddy. Thank you for inviting us to be part of this. We did this last fall in the Operation Supply Drop. I ran for the Fractured Darkness. Ashley played in it and some other folks. We had a good time. They do a variety of fundraising streams throughout the year. This May, so starting on Friday, 13th through the 22nd, you can see the graphic. We'll be participating. There's going to be a bunch of games. Our friend John over at Phoenix Wacky is going to kick it off on the 13th. There's some other folks that are involved that I don't know who these folks are, but their streams are awesome. I was checking them out over the last week and a half. We'll be running games on the 14th. Let me put up our, here we go. There's our graphic. We've got 2 different games. On the 14th, I'll be running a Viking Death Squad community one-shot with Darling Creepshow, Vamp Wickman, Scarpy TV, Armin DM, and Eversalt are going to be joining us. It's going to be super fun. A bunch of folks that we haven't had on stream before. And then on the 21st, we've got Vamp Wickman coming back. We've really leveraged Vamp Wickman quite a bit recently. Rory is coming from Blue Box RPG. Big fans of that channel. Rory's awesome. Our very own Ashley, Minnesota Muse, will be joining us for that. That's on the 21st. And then Tithalanos, who has been making some appearances recently of late on our stream, including some sweet gauntlet runs with Andy and I, and also playing in our playtester stream a couple weeks ago. So we've got some great stuff coming up. As part of that effort, I'm going to put the plug in for Ashley here because she is playing in our Castle of Mirrors stream. And as part of that, there are pre-game donations that can be made and also during the game donations. And I'm looking right now for the pre-game donations, but it's things like, you can spend a little bit of money to give them a mundane item. You can spend a little bit more money to give them healing potions. You can spend a little bit more money. These are donations for kids, and that will help buff, maybe give them a level. So it's really cool because we're raising money for No Kid Hungry, but it has benefits to the people who are helping to do the fundraising in a game that we're all playing for a good cause. So I really encourage folks to check that out. Kirk, if you could drop the link again in the chat for folks to go to the donation page. If you want to donate to any of the players on screen here, all you have to do is in your comments section on your donation, just call them out and let the system know that you're providing a buff for one of those players. A lot of great folks that are going to be playing games with us over the next week. So anyways, that's my plug for that. Let's jump back in to our game here, my friends. The night has ended. As I mentioned, there's still quite a response ongoing in terms of the this strange, unexplained natural disaster that has occurred. The port is abuzz with activity, whether that is triage centers, the guards milling about, maybe investigating, trying to figure out what happened. But if you look at the map here, you can see that the froth is gone. This whole area here is gone. You guys are probably back over here anchored for the day, but this whole area here that I'm kind of circling with my cursor used to be the froth. It
Is
is no
it-
more.
Still, like that fog around.
A little bit. You don't get the sense that it's the same as it was before. You get more of a sense that it is debris that was kicked up into the air from whatever the natural disaster was that happened. It does not look the same as it did before. It is otherwise a very clear day. Blue sky, very few clouds in the sky, and as the wind kind of kicks in, a lot of that smoke that you can see on the map sort of gets blown away. It gets blown off of the map itself. There is still, you can see kind of below the surface, a dull like brown color, and that is perhaps what's left of the froth. Most of the harbor is filled with floating debris, and maybe some bodies too. Sorry, but some folks didn't make it.
Okay.
And I'm
I-
sure there's a ton.
As soon as I wake up, I will head on over to Captain Deg, who is probably sleeping in a barrel of water. Still up and angry. And I will begin casting Greater Restoration on him.
Yeah, easy enough. You're able to do that, no problem. And Rhunar, you do feel an immediate relief. And Fairy, you can see the immediate change as you cast the spell of his skin tone.
Oh, sorry. There it is. I threw it up in the chat in case you want to know what that does.
Feel much better. Thank you.
You're welcome. You look a lot better. Thank you for deciding to wait. Volunteering to wait.
Well, we should probably get the others together and discuss what happened and what we need to do next here.
I would like to, ritually identify some of those things that we found. Perhaps we can all go down and make a little pile of treasure and we can talk while I identify things.
We'll do it. Let's do it.
Okay. So you head down to the cargo hold where the chest has been laid out along with the armor that you found, the leather armor. Yep, there's two of them. The bow. Tenoch lays down the other items that he had grabbed. So you've got a pile here, and you're going to start ritually casting. The chests have yet to be opened.
Byron, can you open these? You can pick locks, right?
You can't?
I mean,
Did you try the lid yet?
I think he's asking you to
Are they-
check for traps. Theo says
Yeah.
as he comes down the stairs.
Oh.
He's gotten himself cleaned up as well thanks to the power of prestidigitation. But he's definitely got like a couple of extra scars all over.
I'll go ahead and I'll take out Dr. Graw's magnifying glass and I'll do a little walk around, check them for traps, any tripwires, anything that, pressure sensors, anything like that.
Tripwires.
Roll
Acid
an
squirting.
investigation check, please.
Yeah, Theo, what happened to your face?
Add 422.
Oh, well, this one was of rock, I think. Went right through the helm. Over here, that was that was Lady Lorena Cath. She's a bitch and undead. Not a good combination, I assure you. If you think that's bad, he just like pulls up his tunic and there's definitely where a lance went right through him. This fucking
Damn.
thing was I just fell off a wall.
Looks like you got killed with a trident.
No fucking trident.
The pitchfork?
Shish.
All right, so Byron, you look at these two chests. They do not appear to be trapped. They do appear to be locked.
Ooh.
I got this key.
Oh, yeah, let's try it.
Does the key match any of the locks?
You try the key.
Does the key look magic first?
No, don't do it.
Try the key. Try the key. I'll
Does
try
anybody
it.
have detect magic?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Theo literally could just blink and it does it. So he just kind of blinks, goes bip bip.
All right. So the scroll is magic.
That scroll is
key-
magical.
The key is not magic.
This key, it's super magical.
There's a horn that Tenoch grabbed that is magic,
That horn is magical,
and there's a potion that's magic.
and that potion, the little bottle is shockingly magical. I know
The
that one.
armor
The
is
bow?
magic.
This
the
armor
bow is
magic's
magic.
Very nice. This bow, also magical.
The chests themselves are not magic, but there is a bit of an essence that seems to seep through the cracks of one of the chests.
And something is leaking out of that chest that is magical. It's okay. It will probably not irradiate you in any harmful fashion.
Dumpster
Also-
juice.
Also, I lied about the key. It is not magical, just to be clear.
Does it open one of the chests?
Who's going to insert the key into the locking mechanism on one of the chests?
I'll do it.
All right. As you insert the key and you turn it, you can hear a click, click. You turn it very slowly, and you hear the tumbler inside snap into place, and the lock mechanism springs open.
Guys,
We're
the
still
key
waiting for it.
worked.
Well, yes, that's what keys do.
You know, I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to try it in the other one, too.
So you're going to put it in the second chest?
Oh, yeah. Let's get wild.
All right. So you
Get
put it
weird.
into the second chest, and at first it doesn't quite turn. Do you want to kind of give it more torque?
You know, I will go to a light torque if I'm noticing significant resistance.
Okay.
Through my experience, I would
What's your
know
pounds per inch on this torque?
let's go 18 pounds per inch.
Roll a
I was thinking
dexterity
20,
check
but
for
18's
me.
better.
Roll a dex.
Jesus.
10.
Yeah, you over torque, and as you
Oh,
turn
don't
it,
break it.
the key breaks.
This
But
is awkward.
the lock snaps open.
Oh, what? Okay,
So we just can't reuse this chest. That's fine.
that's fine. Yeah, screw this chest, anyways.
So they are
All
both unlocked.
waterlogged.
Mm.
All right, I'll just take a step back. Be like, all right, everyone, here you go. Who wants to open it?
Theo is just going to sigh,
I'll open one of
cast
them.
Mage Hand,
Oh,
and from like
I'll let
15
Theo do
feet
that.
away, just Mage Hand lazily drifts over, opens the first chest.
How much damage does Sickening Radiance do?
It is like
I'm just kidding.
10d6 and a con save, or you take exhaustion levels.
Yeah. None of that happens, luckily. As you open the chest, you look
Oh
inside.
no, it happens. I'm casting it.
Oh, shit.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. This just got weird. I do not like it. You open up this first chest. It is heaping with gold coins.
Yes.
You think some of them are wood?
No.
That
That's
can
the
buy a lot of diamond dust.
The Mage Hand kind of drifts over and opens the second chest.
The second chest is heaping with a variety of very colorful gems.
Ooh.
I like that one better.
But
It's got more
what-
color.
What was the magic from?
It's in the chest that has the gems in it.
It's somewhere in there. I thought you were going to ritual identify things.
I was, but I'm pretty sure I need to fish out the item. Otherwise, I'll have to ritually identify every one of these gems.
Well, I can find you the magic item. I just was afraid you were about to kind of jump in there and swim around.
Well, I
too small.
feel like I know better than to stick my hand into a big chest full of gems. Find the magic item I can't see.
You know what I just thought of? Those things at the arcade with the claw that goes
Yeah.
down and picks
The
the thing
claw
up.
will choose.
That's
Yeah.
Mage Hand in this situation.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Theo's eyes just go back to that bright ice blue, and he's just like, okay. And the mage hand literally just starts picking up, sorting gems, looking for the magic one, because I can do that repeatedly. He can sit there and sort them like a bag of Skittles.
Okay. While he's doing that, I will begin ritually casting on the items I do have in front of me.
Okay.
'cause
So-
it takes 10 minutes per item.
Okay. All right. So real quick, the gems that you pull out, Theo, are some of them are rough cut. Some of them are exquisitely cut. There are a variety of different sapphires. There are some smaller diamonds. There's all kinds of various gems in here. Okay. And as you move them about and pull them out, you see that there is a small wooden box that's giving off the magical energy that you have been detecting. As you open that box up, there appear to be some sort of, let's see, roll. You have water vehicles as a proficiency, don't you? Roll a water vehicles with intelligence as your modifier. And Pharaoh, what would you like to know about first?
Let's start with the studded leather armor.
And I can do these too.
Oh, then we'll co-identify items.
Great. What did you get, sir?
I got a 25.
Oh my.
Nice.
Okay, so what you're looking at inside this box are some exquisitely crafted navigational tools. They do appear to be magic. You haven't identified, so you don't really know a lot more than that, but they are very, very, you get the sense that they're navigation aids.
Captain, I found a magic sextant.
Ooh, let me see that.
Mm-hmm. Hand that over.
Starts drooling over these tools.
Throw
Yeah,
it in the pile.
They're
I do have
beautiful.
proficiency with those. By
Yeah,
the way.
Theo is right there with him. She's like, oh shit, look how smooth it slides.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Right.
As they're
Throw it on the
nerding
pile.
out, as they're nerding out on this.
Geeking out.
Farah, you ritually cast Identify. This armor is it's a beautiful leather armor, studded, of course, with like golden studs that seem to be in great shape. It almost looks as if this, even though it's been sitting underwater, that it has been recently oiled. It is supple. It is well crafted. It also bears a golden symbol on the chest that appears to look like a sun. With Identify, tell me exactly what do you learn? Identify such an interesting spell to have.
Sure.
I think it's like everything. You learn everything about this item, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, I choose one object
That's a
that
lot of
I have
D4s.
to touch throughout the casting of the spell. You learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has, if any.
Okay.
You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell crafted it or created it. If you instead touch a creature throughout the cast, you learn what spells, if any, are currently afflicting it. Oh, God.
I had forgotten about that effect.
Yeah. that's a
If
good
I
one.
have a moment like where we're all not paying attention, I will just reach out and like touch Byron's arm. And, like,
You have to cradle him for like 10 minutes, though. Just like awkwardly
you would.
hold him.
You would have to
Yeah.
like hold him. That's fine. I mean, you can do it. It's
Later.
just awkward. Yeah, maybe later. Okay, so this armor, it does require attunement. It is immune to rusting attacks, so it will not rust.
Oh.
It cannot be affected by a rust monster, for example. While wearing this armor, your maximum hit points cannot be reduced. As an action, you can speak a command word to gain the effect of protection from evil and good for 1 minute. No concentration required.
That's butter.
And while the spell is active, if you are reduced to 0 hit points, you're reduced to 1 hit point instead for that minute if that spell is active. Once you use that property, you cannot use it again until the next dawn. This is called Grave Ward Armor.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And courtesy of our friends at over here at the what are these again? Kobold Press.
Tome of Magic.
Gold.
The Vault of Magic. Yeah.
Nice. That's
All right. What would you like to look at, Tenoch?
I'll look at this antler or horn or whatever it is.
Okay. So you cast your spell. This is what we would be colloquially referring to a horn of silent alarm. So you get the sense from this that it has 4 charges. You can use an action to blow into this horn. One creature of your choice can hear the horn's blare, provided that they're within 600 feet of the horn and they're not deafened. No other creature hears the sound, and it regains 1d4 expended charges at dawn. It is called the Horn of Silent Alarm. And I'll give you guys access to some of these write-ups too later, but it's good to write it down just so you know for the time being.
Nice.
What else?
Okay, Ashley, what do you got? What do you want to pick next?
the bow.
Ooh, okay.
Ah,
I think somebody's gonna like this bow. This bow that you look at is exquisitely crafted, and you know right away it's of elvish design, an elvish make. When you knock an arrow in the bow, there is a phrase, a power phrase: "Swift defeat to my enemies."
Mhm.
When you make the range attack, the target of your attack becomes your sworn enemy until it dies or until the dawn 7 days later. You can only have one sworn enemy of this type with this bow. But once that sworn enemy dies, you can choose a new one after the next dawn. It does require attunement. It is called, I guess we could refer to this as an oath bow.
Nice.
When you make a range attack against that sworn enemy of yours, you get advantage on the roll. Your target gains no benefit from cover.
Oh.
And let's see. If the attack hits, your sworn enemy takes an extra 3d6 piercing damage.
Oh. Captain, I know you want this, but let me tell you why you should give it to me.
Okay.
I am particularly good, because of my elven ancestry.
that's
That if I have an
racist.
advantage on a ranged attack, I actually get 3 chances to hit instead of 2.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's
Somebody
definitely
took
something to
elven
consider.
accuracy.
Double advantage.
Is that
Yes.
possible?
Yes, I'll throw it up in the chat for you.
All right.
What else would you
Oh.
like to know about?
The
Let's
feat
go
I've not
with-
used at all.
Let's go with the sextant.
Ah, yes, the navigational tools. They do require attunement. These are also of elven craft. They are navigational aids. The knowledge of their manufacture has been lost to antiquity, and very few of these remain. This is a very, it's a rare item, but in a little bit more realistic terms, it's extremely rare. Like, there are very few of these in existence. While attuned to this item, which is called the Thornish Nocturnal, you can spend 1 minute using this Nocturnal to determine the precise local time, provided that you can see the sun and the stars. You can use an action to protect. This is amazing. You can use an action to protect up to 4 vessels that are within 1 mile of the Nocturnal from unwanted effects of the local weather for 1 hour. For example, vessels protected by the Nocturnal can't be damaged by storms or blown onto jagged rocks by adverse wind. To do so, you must have spent at least 1 hour aboard each of the vessels. So you have to have some knowledge of their make and their performance. You have to perform some basic sailing tasks and familiarizing yourself with those vessels. But once you do that, you can then affect their safety for 1 hour in adverse conditions. That's pretty epic.
That's epic as fuck.
Yeah, it's really sweet. Also in the Vault of Magic by Kobold Press, there's some really cool stuff in here.
Nice.
But you do have to attune to it to be able to use it. So just FYI on that. What else do you guys want to look at?
Oh, yep, you're up, Ash.
What else was?
There's the scroll and the potion, I believe.
There's a scroll and a potion. Yep. I'll just tell you, the
Oh.
potion is a greater healing potion. And the scroll is a scroll of protection from Fae.
Okay.
Those were all random items that I rolled up. Along with the
Good random
gems
items.
and the coin, you estimate, and I'll just tell you that there's 900 gold pieces worth of assorted coin in the chest. The gems, does anybody have any background in gems or like jeweler's tools or anything like that?
Mining?
Yeah, you have your background is in mining, isn't it?
In my backstory, but it's more like silver and
yeah.
like hard metals.
There are thousands of gold pieces worth of gems. Thousands. In fact, to be exact, there are 11,000 gold pieces worth of gems.
That's a lot of gems.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, Doc. Thank you so much. Thanks for the gift sub. Great to see you again. I can't wait to get back and play some more games with you and Wiley and the guys. So,
Captain, that's a lot of money worth of gems.
That'll keep us floating for a while.
Could buy a cook.
Could buy a new boat.
You've got to cook. He
And a
literally
boat.
made breakfast.
We could buy a good cook.
hey, what
Wasn't
you
my
mean by
decision to
that?
hire.
Somehow Emil heard you
Oh.
from up on the deck.
Emil.
The captain got you something, didn't you, Captain?
Yes?
Yes, it's that pouch.
Oh, the pouch. That's right.
Yes.
Yes, yes. What for
I'll-
me?
Rummage in my bag of holding for a second. And I'll give Emil the hold on, I'm
Ice
looking it up real
pouch.
quick. Yeah.
What? Something for me, Captain? That's mighty kind of you to think of me.
I
Hey,
can't find the
Doc,
description
thank you
of
so
it.
It's
much.
just rummaging.
It's a spice pouch, isn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
Yeah,
it's
it-
a
it's a
pouch.
magical spice pouch.
When you
Yeah, you
sprinkle the
guys-
spices, it makes things taste better.
You bought that from Leonardo, didn't you?
Correct.
I just
Yeah,
can't
that is
remember.
the Howard's
is.
handy spice pouch. This belt pouch appears empty, but has 10 charges. While holding the pouch, you can use an action to expend one of his charges. Speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning, such as salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro, and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. The pinch is enough to season a single meal. So he can do like 10 in a day, because it regains its charges at dawn. He can do like 10, up to 10, like
I wish
pretty
I had
nicely
that in real life.
spiced. Yeah, some nicely spiced meals. Oh, this is great, Captain. Oh, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
I look forward to sampling what
Oh,
you can pull out of
Of
there.
course, I'll make something up special tonight for you and the officers.
That sounds good.
Very well. And he rushes off.
It's good to have you
Theo-
back, by the way.
Nice.
Back? What? And he leaves.
Where did he go? So weird.
I don't
Theo,
know.
meanwhile, is just staring at this set of elvish instruments and is just like, he's got the big eyes.
From back when elves ruled the waves.
Well, yes, this when Elendil the Mariner sailed the stars in the early lays of, and Theo just goes down a fucking rabbit hole of weird elven sea poetry for a solid 3 minutes about this.
Nice.
Okay.
Of course he does. It's great to have you back.
Mm-hmm.
Feyre falls asleep in the middle of it.
You are like the worst elf I have ever met.
Oh
Half elf.
shit. That's saying a lot.
And same goes for you, buddy.
You are my favorite, but this is really amazing.
Wow. my friends, you do have a level of exhaustion to keep track of, but you have a day. Well, most of a day, part of a day. It's midday. You have a half a day. Let's be honest. What would you like to do? There's lots that you could do. What would you
Yeah.
like to do?
Can I just ask a couple of very important questions?
Yes, go ahead.
How much trouble are we in town?
Nobody mention the cave underwater ever to anybody else, including the rest of this ship. Are we clear?
Okay.
I will, Captain, maybe I should change into some kind of aquatic animal and go fetch our boat before someone finds it.
On the island?
Yep.
Yeah, we do need that back. That is our dinghy. As much as I'd, like to claim credit for defeating that thing, as a crew, I don't know if we want to.
Might be unwanted attention.
Yeah. Especially
What did
given what
you
happened.
all do?
Well,
we killed an
killed the thing and-
unspeakable horror.
And then-
the part leading up to that, because we're not great until the very end. Then we're great. It's the things that happen before that that always get us in trouble.
Oh,
Well-
yeah, no, we
Well,
just hobnobbed it with some rich folks.
Oh,
yeah, we
yes.
went to a party.
Learned
Rich
how to play
football.
snooker.
We completely screwed over a local crime lord.
We
Oh, that's
burnt
okay then.
down his-
bought a
burnt down
lot
his
of things
tavern.
from Leonardo.
Yeah, we bought some things. We had a few weird drinks.
Oh,
Byron,
he was there for that.
Byron had an accident.
He was there for that.
Oh, he was
I
there
didn't-
for that
I didn't
part.
have any accidents.
You
Huh?
definitely
Right.
had an accident.
He
I
was there
didn't.
for that part.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not currently wanted in town. We can go
No.
No, I
ashore
mean-
without.
Dory wants to kill us,
Who
but
is
If he's
Dory
still
and is he
alive.
alive?
If he's still
Yeah,
he is
he's alive.
still alive. We haven't seen him since we burned
Well-
down his place.
Oh,
But
with
froth-
the froth being
the
gone.
froth just sank into the ocean though, so
right, so property values are just falling out the bottom.
There's
Going up.
literally no property left.
Right.
yeah.
So whether or not we burned it down a few days earlier doesn't really matter,
I mean-
does it?
Nobody
Yeah.
knows.
Okay, good. That's fine. Captain,
We
Mhm.
gotta find
no
out about-
vampires.
No vampires.
Okay,
that we
good.
know of.
But
You are exactly zero help right now, Byron.
evil whisperers that were stealing memories from the local population and feeding off psychic energy and making people commit heinous crimes against their will.
Is that what
Yes.
happened to the captain?
That's what happened to Solana.
Solana.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is Solana still alive?
We
We
need to
talk
find
about
out.
that.
I
Yeah,
wonder
we
if
should-
he's regained
we-
his senses.
We need to try to talk to him again now that that thing is dead.
I do have an invite. So I
And
could
Super
go and-
useful.
We should,
We might need to cash
Oh.
that in.
I suppose, if we haven't seen somebody, we probably don't remember them yet. So
Correct.
yeah, we should find out about Solana. Never mind that other thing that nickels in my head.
Okay, yes, that sounds like an excellent thing to focus on and seems in character for us without getting any hints that we may have done anything else weird. Okay, so do we want to try and do that today, or does your invite require only 3 people can go, or do we all have to wear dresses, anything like that?
Well, that's up to you. Really.
Well, I know it's up to you, and I would hate to shame everyone else with my amazing calves, but just checking to see, how embarrassing could we possibly be? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, if you want to be my country cousin, you absolutely could be.
I am from a larger city than you to begin with.
Are you?
It's called
Bigger than
roleplay.
Monberg.
Well, okay, no. What's the crap? My brain has given out on me. What is the capital of Keelan?
Gradzul?
Gradzul.
Gradzul.
Well,
Gradzul's
Gradzul
about the
is a
same
port,
size as Monmouth,
Gradzul
right?
is a port city. It's not the capital.
Okay.
Nile Draw is the capital.
Okay.
Yep. But Gradzul would be on par with Monmurg, roughly.
Gradzul's like the same size, so neither of us is technically a country. Although I did technically spend some time out in the woods, but that's not the point. I'm sure you didn't spend your entire life in Monmouth. Really?
Well, I mean, up until I ran away, yes.
Okay, so we're going to get our shit together, go see Captain Solana, because Feyre has an invite. Any concerns with that? Byron, you've been awfully quiet.
I definitely, we're not leaving without Solana. Just want to throw that out there. But I just don't think I'm going to be any help at the jail.
What did
some.
you do?
I didn't do anything. I swear. There are some other things I have to take care of as well. So if you guys want to go get Aubric and bring him back to the ship, yeah. There's one other thing I got to do.
Is there?
Unless
Just
in the
one
time
other
I was
thing.
gone,
What?
did we stop using the buddy system?
What is it?
It's nothing. Don't worry. I promise
no.
somebody.
You have to have a buddy.
Yeah, I'll take someone with me if you don't trust me. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I promise.
This not a question of trust you. We tend to find trouble whether we mean to or not, so everyone gets a buddy.
No, I'm not causing any trouble. I'm fixing troubles.
Who's going to be Byron's buddy?
I'll go.
Tenoch, you're a good buddy.
He did try to kill us all while you were gone.
Yeah.
Not Byron.
Really?
Yes.
Did you look at Tenoch? Really? Why? What?
The
Here's
froth
the
was
thing.
Later.
doing strange things to our minds.
Okay. I'm kind of impressed everyone's still alive now.
I am too.
So am I.
I'm very talented.
So
anyway.
I'm gonna go put back on the nice armor so we look official, and the three of us will go figure this Solana thing out. You two will go take care of Byron's very personal business, and Bob's your uncle.
Hey Theo, before you go, I'm gonna take off my sunburst ring, my Seekers of the Arcane ring. I'm gonna put it in his palm, and I'll be like, "This may make him more likely to listen to you. Tell him you've been sent by friends."
Oh, he's one of. Okay, that makes so much more sense. How did I not know this? Sorry, it's been a long few months. Okay, definitely. I'll keep this very safe for you.
Time has changed differently for Theo, where it has been literally 5 days since you last saw him or remember seeing him. In his time, it's been possibly weeks or months. You don't know yet, but
16 years.
Thankfully, as a half elf, I age much more gracefully.
aside from the lance, that lance almost
Sometimes you
took
get Lance.
yeah.
It's
Fuck
true,
you,
something
Lance.
do.
All right, so
Wow. But yeah, fuck that guy.
yeah. Just kidding, Lance. We love you. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna split the party, which is always fun to do.
Yeah.
Totally safe.
Yeah.
Kirk and Tenoch are where are you going, Kirk? Let's get the lowdown on you.
We're going to the Carpentries Guild.
Oh, okay. The Nersban Boat Works.
Yep.
Okay. Oops. Nersban Boat Works. Got it. Okay. And then the rest of you are going to the Hoppener prison
Yeah.
to seek out a audience with Emil Tranter, who is the warden of the prison.
Correct.
Okay, with the hopes that you'll be able to get access to Solana. Sounds good. All right, so let's start there. You, Feyre, Rhunar, and Theo make your way to the prison. The guards question you as you arrive, but eventually you persuade them to let you through. You make it into the main waiting room, and you request from the receptionist, the intake folks, to seek out the warden. And after a little bit longer than you would hope, like 25, 30 minutes of you sitting there waiting. He opens a door and walks into the waiting room. You're all kind of seated, and he walks over and says, "Ah, yes. Well, from the gala, yes, of course. What can I do to help you?"
We spoke at the gala about how helpful I actually was when I let myself in here, basically, to go see Solana. And you said that perhaps it would indeed be helpful if I came by again with supervision to speak with Solana again.
I am their qualified supervision.
Interesting. Remind me your names again. I'm so sorry. I had much to drink at the gala.
Oh, I am Feyre Fairfax, Lady
Yes.
Feyre Fairfax.
Yes. And I recognize you, sir.
Captain Rhunar Deg.
Of course, Deg. Yes. And your name, friend? I don't recall your face.
Oh, Sir Theoderic Thalassatis.
Say the last part again.
Thalassatis. It's Elven.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. Very well. Well, there's been a bit of a development with your friend Vincent.
Did he suddenly remember himself?
Funny you should say that. Yes, his condition has improved substantially.
I
Roll a
expected as much.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Can I assist with that?
Sure. Yeah,
Oh,
roll with advantage.
Theo does have a winning charm and is very trained in
He's got a
winning
great smile.
and is
Great smile.
yeah, winning smile and is trained in persuasion.
Okay.
That's pretty
18.
good. Wow.
Nice rolling. All right, 18.
Well-
6.
It's not bad when I get to add a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. So a total of 12, you say?
No, with advantage, 18.
18, got it. Yeah, he says, yes, of course, I will, because of policies of the prison, need to accompany you. But yes, come with me. You can spend a bit of time. Vincent seems to have come to his senses, I should say. Follow me. And he leads you down the corridors and the hallways and down the stairs and around the bends. And eventually you end up at the cell door. And he opens the door and you can see Vincent is sitting up on a bench up against the wall. He is eating voraciously out of a bowl, just eating it like Chad was eating during the break, just pounding it. Probably lentils as well, with bits of chicken, spicy, and he's eating it fast. And you walk in and he kind of looks up.
Oh, Vincent, do you remember me? I was here a few days ago.
Roll a d20 for me, and as you ask that question, we're going to hop over to Byron and Tenoch. So Byron, you go to the Nerisban Boat Works. What would you like to do there?
I'm gonna pop in. Find the lead foreman. Hey, how's it going?
Very good, very good. We're extremely busy. There's been a bit of
Oh, totally. Yep, I understand. Don't say another word. Okay. No. Shh. It's okay.
Well, tell me quickly, what do you need?
Do you have a shipment for the good buddy?
Shipment of supplies for the good buddy. 1 second, let me look. And he shuffles around some papers. Yes, there was an order placed yesterday for repair supplies. It looks like pitch, lumber, nails. That's what you're asking about? You're inquiring about?
Where is that at?
Let me see if it's prepared for you. And he runs off. And you look about, and it seems pretty quiet actually in here. There's very few people in the warehouse. You've been here before, I think, haven't you? Did you guys come here before? So it's much slower paced than it was before. You get the sense that probably either maybe some of the folks were involved in the incident or they're out helping to respond. But it's kind of a skeleton crew, and I'm not talking about actual skeletons. This isn't a necromantic boatworks.
Not yet.
Correct. That's tomorrow.
That's why we didn't bring Theo.
Exactly. But he comes back. He says, "Yes, it looks. Follow me. I've got a pallet ready for you."
Perfect.
And
Perfect.
He guides you over, and there is a pile of supplies.
Well, I'm gonna start grabbing stuff off of the pile and start getting to work. I'm gonna start grabbing tools off of workbenches in the area, and just start crafting, consulting my notes.
But sir, he tries to stop you.
No. Not right now. I'm in the middle of it.
What do you?
And I'm gonna keep
that's-
working.
Here, and he tears off a piece of paper from a larger sheet of parchment, and he hands it to you, and it says invoice, and it has like a big number on it, like that you owe money. It's like, these haven't been paid for yet.
Don't worry.
He hands it to you,
Sure.
Tenoch. He just hands you the invoice,
Perfect.
and then he just walks away. Fuck it.
What's the damage?
A lot.
A lot. I don't care. I'm working on some stuff right now.
What are you're gonna just build something right here?
I'm gonna whip it together. I mean, all the lumber's here. All
What
the
are you-
tools I need. Well,
what are you
I burnt
building?
that lady's cart. And I'm
That's
gonna
what I
make
thought
her
you-
a better
That's
cart.
what I-
I'm gonna
that's
make her
what
a
I
better
thought you were
one.
doing. I
Yep,
think you
so
just killed Dave.
That's
So
great.
I'm whipping together this new cart. It's gonna be two level. It's gonna have a enclosed cab. The back's gonna open up so you can get a lot of storage in there. Gonna have a fifth wheel.
Like a mother-in-law?
It has a mother-in-law suite
Like a
attached to it.
Trailer?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, it's a really fancy cart. I'm using the boat lumber.
couldn't you just bought a cart somewhere?
Yeah, I have
Well, he
$0.
already He already
Dude, this
paid
is
for a
custom.
cart like 3 times
Yeah,
over.
this is custom.
This is custom. This is a custom job. All
I
right,
told
roll
her I'd
a,
replace it.
What is this? Pimp my
roll a
cart in
carpenter's
Lisbon?
tools. Yeah, exactly. Roll a carpentry tools.
I'd like to use one of my advantages.
Absolutely.
What attribute would you like me to use?
What would you say would be the appropriate one?
I would shoot. You just had to ask me that.
Mm-hmm. If it's a complex design, I would say intelligence. If it is more of a intricate, detailed, like a accoutrement, I would say more of like a dexterity.
I would
If you're-
say I'm consulting my like inner wisdoms. I would say charisma,
Mm-hmm.
right in the middle. I'm,
All right.
I'm like, but
You're
not
gonna-
wisdom.
You're gonna
Skill
use your
performance?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You're gonna use your sweet
Performing.
nothing.
This is a performance for me. This is a statement. I want this card to be known around Lisbon
Wow.
for
Okay.
years.
I like it. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Well, it's the suspense feature, unless it's
I
worked for
love-
you.
Nope. I love the suspense feature. It's my favorite.
I'm gonna try it again.
No, it rolled.
Just-
I see it.
just heard it. Yeah.
Yep, it's there. It looks like a 15.
15. Yep.
Yeah, you do this for me. Roll 2d4. Tenoch, you're sitting there watching, or are you helping, or you're gonna watch?
I'll assist. I don't know a lot about.
If he's
carpentry,
willing to
but
help me, I'll wave him over and I'll tell him what to do.
Yeah, I can. Once I realize kind of what he's doing, I mean, why not? What are those guys gonna do? Try to fucking stop us?
No, the guy basically handed you the invoice and walked away with
Yeah.
his hands in the air. He's not gonna.
Yeah.
They've got better things to do. But the bill is still outstanding, Rhunar. So
Yeah.
don't think that you're getting away with this. But I will say that based on that roll, rather than it taking 5 hours of your day, it takes 3 hours of your day. Which is a pretty amazing feat actually for building a cart. But it does take you 3 hours to build this cart. It looks weird. but functional.
Perfect.
It
That's
looks like a
exactly
boat.
what I was going for.
But it's a cart.
It will
Yeah,
stand out.
I was-
It will. It is. It's like it is a boat cart.
Yeah, you know, I
It's a duck.
I
It's like a
messaged when I
dinghy with
talked to Dave
wheels.
earlier. I mentioned that I was like, I want to kind of shape it like a ship,
Yeah.
like a boat-shaped cart, like
Like
a
float
dinghy
it
with
part of the
wheels.
way and
Yeah,
then
it's
like,
like-
roll it the rest of the way.
yeah.
It's like what they have in
yeah.
Wisconsin Dells. Those
Yes, the
those
duck
duck-
boat.
Yep,
a
The
duck
duck
boat.
exactly.
boats, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And then as soon as we get it all whipped together, I'm gonna start loading it up with our lumber so we can get it to the docks. This is
Okay.
a test run, you know, just to see if work out any kinks on the way.
How much do you, Rhunar, Andy? Did you write down how many units of boat
Um,
fixing
I think-
supplies you're gonna buy?
I think the idea was to get as much as we got when we left Monmurg that time.
Okay.
So
All right.
I
Well,
can't
we'll
remember
we'll
the
settle up
number of
offline.
units.
We'll settle
Yeah.
up offline. But so and then you're gonna start to help to load that stuff onto carts and bring it down to the docks. Okay. Now you realize that doing it by dinghy is going to be a lot of work. So ideally, you'd want to bring the ship in, perhaps, to load. But that's up to you guys to decide, because there is a docking fee associated with that. Otherwise, it'll just take you. It'll be a little bit more difficult. So you guys think about that. We're going to jump back over to the prison as the three of you have approached Solana, and he kind of looks up at you and says, as he's swallowing his food, I'm sorry, I haven't been of the right mind.
We know.
My name is Vincent. I don't know you, do I?
No.
Yes, well, yes. I met you a few days ago, and I actually helped you a little bit to
Thank you.
regain some of your senses. And then we went out and killed the thing that was actually affecting you. So now you should feel a lot better.
And we are, as Theo kind of just rolls his hand out and surreptitiously kind of shows in a gauntleted hand the ring, we are with friends.
You're welcome.
His eyes kind of get a little bit noticeably wider as you do that, but he's trying to sort of keep it even keel. Am I free to speak openly?
Well, there is the warden here.
Yes, I am still here.
A fine
But-
job you're doing, sir.
But I just
Yes.
wanted
Yes, I
to
am.
let you know that even though you may have done horrible things, which I'm not sure if you have or have not, I look over at the warden. However, you were being controlled by a horrible psychic monster, so it is not really your fault.
I do not remember everything that happened, but
Exactly.
I do remember their deaths. And you can see he kind of starts to get a little bit emotional as a tear kind of streams down his eye, and he kind of wipes it away. I have done terrible things, but I did not mean to do them, but does that matter, really?
That-
I think it does, actually.
Matters entirely on the legal system, whether there is any compassion or if it's only run. And he pointedly looks at the warden on a idea of vengeance and public spectacle, which I'm sure is not the way of this town.
No, it actually is. He has been. There are eyewitnesses, I'm afraid, that have pinned him to the murders. He has admitted to them, and there is a price to pay for that. We do hope to gain some information, Vincent, from you. Your friends being here is a courtesy to hopefully understand what happened. You say there was a creature, and there will be, I'm afraid. Well, your friend will be punished accordingly. But there is an opportunity here to learn something of what happened.
Well, I mean, we'd be happy to tell you all about it. However, if our friend is going to be executed, I don't see any point in giving you very valuable information that I'm sure you want.
Roll a persuasion check.
With advantage, please.
You're going to use an advantage on this?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
27.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Lady Fairfax. I am not the one to make these decisions. As you know, I am just the warden of the prison. There is, of course, the governor. There is Trembath Pierce, the commandant of the Iron Watch Conclave, who has set forth a law for murder. There's nothing that I can do to help you free your friend, but there is something we can do to learn from what happened here. That is all I ask. I could put in
Well-
a good word for you. I certainly will. If Vincent will speak with us and help us understand what happened, I will do what I can. Of course I will, my lady.
Well, see, I'm kind of in a bind here because one of my friends refuses to leave port unless his dear friend Solana comes with us. Therefore, I believe that we can come to an agreement. Who would I need to come to an agreement with?
Well, you could speak with Trembath Pierce. He is the commandant of the Iron Watch. I believe you've met. The governor, if he could be bothered with such a thing, but Trembath would be your best course of action. Given the circumstances of what has happened here, there could be an opportunity to, take care of this sort of under the... Not the radar, because that doesn't exist here, but you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, there was a terrible disaster that happened yesterday, and he might have died.
Yes, of course, it does seem plausible. He has been on the verge of expiration, shall we say, for quite some time. There is the bit of learning, though. Can we speak openly here of what has happened?
Go ahead. All right. You're
Are
talking
you
to us.
you
Okay.
are asking to speak openly? Well, I would love to, as soon as I get an assurance from Trembath Pierce that my friend might leave with us and never return.
Well, you will have to take that up with Trembath then. I cannot help you with that.
Very well.
I will put
could
in a
you
word,
please
but I am not the decision maker,
request
I'm afraid.
an appointment, and I promise it will be worth his time.
Of course, we can go see him whenever it pleases you, milady.
Today?
Of course, whatever I can do to help, I will do. I am simply hoping to learn something from this so that we could protect our city, this port town of ours, from terrible situations as we've seen, with the murders and now this horrible travesty in the froth. It is
Yes.
gone. The entire froth is gone.
We noticed. Vincent, Captain, is there
Yes.
anyone you would like us to contact on your behalf?
My crew, they have... He kind of looks over at the warden. They have sailed away, but they should know that I... Tell them the forge is hot. They'll know what it means.
Do you know of an easy way to contact them?
I know that they would have sailed west, along the coast of the Amedio. There's a small island near South Fort Azure. We had a small camp there. I believe that they would be waiting there, perhaps, for a word. I don't know how long it's been, though. He looks over at the warden.
Time, my friend, is
You
a
have been
strange thing.
incarcerated for weeks, Vincent. And you have been largely unresponsive for most of that time. You have scrawled these strange writings on the walls, and you look around, and where you once saw like all these strange sort of ominous looking tentacled creatures and inverted pyramids and things, they seem to have faded a little bit more, and it's more like this strange unreadable script that's written. as if it was written over.
Oh, that's different. Well, good. Well,
Tell me.
if you arrange that meeting with us or for us, we'll be happy to make that anytime today or perhaps tomorrow if that is more convenient.
My lady,
just-
if I may, could we not see about going now, perhaps?
Can we go now?
Of course, whatever I can do to help. Yes.
Oh, well, let's go now.
Very well. You are gonna leave?
Yeah, I'll just lean over to Solana. We'll be back.
Just to ask out loud, is there a window to this cell?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
As you turn to leave, he reaches out and grabs you, Theo. Solana actually stands up on sort of weak legs, steadying himself as he grabs your arm and your shoulder, and he whispers sort of into your ear, who has sent you?
Byron Hern. We come after the passing of... Oh god, who the fuck is the guy that died in Saltmarsh? It's been too long for my brain.
Aubrek
Right.
Dralian.
Rallian.
We come in the wake of Aubrek Dralian's death.
He takes a deep breath. He is dead then.
He is. It was the Brotherhood. But we have some of his goods. They did not get them.
You should know that Aubrek hired me to recover cargo from the Emperor of Waves.
As this quick conversation is happening, you are all moving out of the space. Don't leave me here.
We'll be in touch.
We have options.
All right, you guys all leave and you head off to take counsel with Trembath. Pierce, we'll jump back over to Carpentry Shop 101 over here. You guys finished the cart. You have coordinated the loading of the cargo. What else would you like to accomplish?
Well, I mean, we got this cart made. We loaded it and stuff. Tenoch, what do you think? Is it pretty cool?
Well, it's a cart, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be unique.
I think that
Nobody
lady's
else
gonna
is
like
gonna
it.
have one like it. I mean, we're not. I don't know, we're not friends.
Yeah, I don't think she likes me very much. I kind of burned her livelihood.
She loves you. You paid her so much gold.
But I mean, you know, it's a cart, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's a nicer
Oh.
cart than I've ever owned.
What do you think? Should we just drop off this cart and then go catch up with everyone else at the Iron Watch?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do without everyone else around? Like no prying eyes? Like you got sneaky Tenoch business? You strike me as somebody who's got some secrets.
Nope.
Ah, man. I knew it. You're keeping them from me too.
Sorry.
You were looking at the
Alright,
same
well-
thing I am, Feyre.
Let's go drop this off and we'll go catch up with everyone else and we'll figure out what to do next.
All right.
They totally forgot to get him out of jail. They probably left him there. How much you want to bet?
I'm sure they got it covered. You don't think so? No, we'll see. We'll see.
All
All right, so the two
yeah,
of
you're
you are
right.
gonna head off to deliver the cart. Is that what the plan is?
Yep. We're gonna
Okay.
drop it off and then pop over to the Iron Watch hold.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll sort of leave it on a cliffhanger here with Byron and Tenoch heading off to deliver this strange-looking boat cart to this woman in the at
Future
the
of carts
edge.
and boats.
It really is. It's a beautiful, beautiful hybrid that will change the face of karting everywhere. And then we have the other half of the group, Rhunar, Feyre, and Theo, going to make a case with Trembath Pierce, the commandant of the Iron Watch Conclave, for the release, perhaps, of Vincent Solana, who has not only been identified as the Lantern Ghost Killer, but has admitted as such. So we'll see how well that goes with Commandant Trembath. In the essence of time here, I want to remind everybody that we are going to give away some stuff tonight. We're going to be giving away 2 beautiful, beautiful things. The first being a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons supplement. It is both a location. It is also a 1-shot or maybe a 2-shot place that you can take your adventures. It's called the Cloud Caves. Let's see if I can bring this up. We've got we'll talk about that in a second too, but let's go to the Cloud Caves. There it is, a 1-shot location. Exclamation mark drawing to get in on this Cloud Caves adventure giveaway, 17-page PDF, a location with lore, new stat blocks, you know, the maps. There's always so many maps. These guys are great with the maps. Filthy with maps. We also are giving away some beard oil from our sponsors at Old Goat Beard Company. Love the stuff. I use it every day, and I'm very happy with it. And folks are loving it. So our buddy Andy and his wife make this. It is the epitome of small batch, handcrafted goods. So you're going to love it. We do. So let's do this. Let's give folks just a minute to type in exclamation mark drawing to enter into this giveaway. We've got a couple people that are in the giveaway. Jump in there if you haven't already. And we'll get to that in a second. In the meantime, while folks are exclamation mark drawing, let's talk quickly about our games that we're doing with the folks at the Games Tavern. We're doing a week-long, this is kind of crazy, but we're doing a week-long fundraising event for No Kid Hungry. This is a very important and very cool cause where we are, you know, there's kids in this country that don't have enough food, and that's not cool. So we've teamed up with the Games Tavern and a bunch of other great streamers to raise money to help feed those folks. It's crazy. 1 in 4 children in the US could face hunger this year. You know, as they're trying to go to school and deal with the coronavirus and learn things and become the future of our country, they're hungry, and that's not cool. Every dollar that we can raise will provide up to 10 meals for a hungry child. And we all know that when kids don't have the food they need, they struggle in school. It's hard to learn. It's very distracting, and that's just not a good way to focus on the future of our children. So we are hoping that you will get involved. What's really cool about this is that we're going to be running a bunch of games this week, and you can make a donation to help these kids. And in doing so, you can also get involved with the game. So it's really cool. Like, for example, Ashley is in a game on the 21st called the Castle of Mirrors. And there we go. Castle of Mirrors on the 21st. And if you donate a certain amount of money, you can actually provide buffs to Ashley or any of the other players that are in the game, whether that's magic items or levels. You can actually level them up before the game even begins. So I encourage folks to check out the link that Kirk pasted in the chat. Our Viking Death Squad game this Saturday on the 14th is going to have very similar effects where you can pre-purchase skills, items, gear from like some crazy lists. During the game, you'll be able to, if you go heavy with some donations, you can trigger 666 rolls. It's going to be really fun. Very dark games for a fundraiser for kids, but hey, that's just kind of what's happening. So get involved with that, you guys. If you aren't already, check it out. We really appreciate folks getting in on that amazing action. So let's help kids. It's going to be fun.
Do it.
Yep. check out that link in the chat. Now, there's something else we should do as well. We should go ahead and give away some stuff real quick because I know folks are tired and we want to move on with our night. So why don't we do this, Ashley? Because I don't know why, but you've become that person that does the countdown for us. If you could do a 5-second countdown, please, folks. If you haven't already, get in on the action! !Drawing. We appreciate you and we want to give you some free stuff. So let's do it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right, we are rolling. Cardman 2467 comes in and is a very strategic and
Entered at the
consistent
last
winner.
minute. Yeah.
I love that about you, Cardman. You old rascal. Thank you for doing that. What would you like? Would you like the beard oil or would you like to go with the adventure? Let us know what you'd like. It is your choice, my friend. So glad that you made it. Glad to see you here. Thanks everybody for, no, we're not joking. You won. Vamp, great to see you. Glad you're here. Kai Whimsy, glad well, that's you, Kirk. You're still here. Techie Woman, thanks for being here.
Pete Lutenberger.
Pete's here. Oh my gosh.
That
Pete's
guy.
here. Techie
That
Woman's
effing
here.
guy.
Thalanos is here. Doc Shoulder. All right. So what did I'm stalling, Cardman, as we ask you what you're gonna take. You want someone else to take it? Okay, we'll draw again. All right. Let's go. Let's just do this quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thalanos.
Thalanos.
Hey, Thalanos.
Free stuff.
Let us know if you would like the PDF of Cloud Caves, which you played in. You'd be very suited to run it. I think it'd be really fun to have you run a game, which I would definitely play in, by the way. Or the beard oil, which I think you actually won last week. Yeah, Cloud Caves. All right, so we'll do one more. So this is for the beard oil, folks. Get in on this. I see there's a couple of people in here. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Bleak season. Bleak season is going to get the beard oil. If I understand correctly, yeah, I was going to say they've got a very nice beard. I will reach out to both of you with your prizes. Thank you so much for getting involved and hanging out with us. We appreciate you all very much. And we're going to go ahead and raid into someone here. I'm trying to see who we have live, and it looks like we have well, there's a lot of people streaming right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's go stream into Phoenix. Phoenix
He
is
is
also
actually playing. They are
participating
actually
in
rolling.
our giveaway this week, kicking it off on the 13th. So this will be a really good Phoenix at Wacky. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Let's hit them up with the raid. Thank you. We appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you this Saturday for the Viking Death Squad. Come and check it out. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Woohoo.
Oh shit, I know where they are. That's Out of the Abyss they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.